Aquarius, Aquarians, brilliant, modest, ideological Aquarians. Sometimes it's totally legit and real, and you are 100% authentic, and sometimes it's one big show. And you know, whichever, you will be perceived as such. You will be perceived as the ideologist, as the philanthropist, as the genius, as the modest. And when it's real, it's beautiful. When you are authentically all these things, Aquarius, you are so inspiring and beautiful. And my life has been affected and inspired and surrounded with Aquarians. Like so many of my family members, some of my best friends, relationships, Aquarians, you know. But some of you are just a fraud. Forgive my, it's just, not everyone who's watching is perfect. Not all Aquarians are the same. They all have, every zodiac has the same scales. Ooh, right? You're either in, you're either in this part of the scale, or this extreme, or on this extreme, or somewhere in the middle. And some of your most shown scales of the Aquarius is the genius, real genius, pretending to be a genius, like pretentious. Ideology, very an idealist, philosophy, big ideas of how humanity can progress, the world and nature. It's spectacular. And then there's the dogmatic, know-it-all kind of Aquarius that preaches to what is. It's like the priest that preaches every day, but right and wrong, but has no fucking connection to right and wrong, right? He preaches against the devil, but he is a representative of the devil. How religion can sometimes go to. I don't have anything against religion, don't get me wrong. I have something against certain people who use religion to just fulfill their deepest, darkest aspirations and needs. To be looked on as the modest, brilliant, spiritual, beautiful priest, but it's a scam. Not all of you are scams. Some of you, many of you, are, life-changing, brilliant individuals. They have something so unique yet simple to say about everything, basically. Where are you on the scale, dear Aquarian? Are you telling the truth at all times, or are you always lying to yourself, but, put on a good show? As if you're a truth teller. Are you a truth teller, or are you a trickster wearing a mask of truth teller? I have nothing against tricksters. It's just the connection, right? Certain type of tricksters. I'm not talking about earth tricksters that just understands the element and they are flexible enough to change and flow. And they use water, and they use fire, and they use air, and they use their own element to manifest. They're not lying, they're manifesting. There's a difference. But when you fake all that, when you claim to speak the truth, but you are actually lying, you're using the truth to, promote your lie, and people believe you because you're master of words and communication. Nothing that you can't sell because you have this air of, I know. Even if you don't know. When you do know, you know. You really know. Oh my God, you know. You know. But when you don't know, people follow you still, and it's so dangerous. Some of the most amazing human beings on earth are Aquarians, and some of the most dangerous, deceitful human beings on earth are Aquarians. So, when you meet an Aquarian, look inside of yourself to make sure that you see, that you know how to tell deceit from truth. It's very hard to tell the difference between the two types of Aquarians. And that makes you fascinating. That makes Aquarius fascinating. I love Aquarians. You know, I can tell the type of Aquarian. There was one Aquarian in the past few years that managed to trick me. I thought he was a true Aquarian, brilliant, modest, beautiful, but he turned out to be mean, as some Aquarians can be when, you know, when they know everything, and they actually don't, but they pretend to know everything. Anyway, let's go to the reading, the tarot reading. This is what you're here for, right? You needed that. You needed to know that you're amazing, and you needed to know that you're wearing a mask. Now, what you're going to do about it, I don't know. It's your path. I can, you know, light a flashlight, but I can't tell you if to walk that path that I'm lighting or not. I don't know. Ask yourself. Because you have the ability to move on that scale. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. You can. But it takes. Ego is what puts you in the negative expression of the Aquarian. False modesty. Someone who's really full of himself or herself, and they put on a show. Such a modest person. Oh, me? Brilliant? No, because you do it so well, and when I see it from the side, I get like, I want to scream at the people who are listening to you. This is a fake Aquarius. This is a negative Aquarius. He's pretending to care. She's pretending to know. But when I listen to an Aquarian who is actually in tune, that they really don't have ego and they truly are modest. Oh my God, I can just like stare at you like this forever and just listen to you. What did you say? What did you say? That was so smart. What did you say? That was so smart. I wanna drink and eat your knowledge and your energy. Not in a bad way, not like in a vamp way. Just, can you cut me some slack, please? I'm a positive person. All right, you get the picture, right? We'll probably keep talking about it as we go and as the cards come up. I want to talk for you, my fascinating Aquarians, about the end of 2017, the remaining of December 2017. It's about a week. Merry Christmas, by the way. And beginning of 2018. Just the next 2-3 weeks. You know, I want to see the transition, what you're going through. Do you like my tree of life with the birds? Do you like my gods? The divine masculine. The divine feminine. Creating life. Tree of knowledge. Okay, I'm acting creepy. I'm sorry. I'll keep mixing the cards. I love that. It's two artworks that I bought in Times Square, you know, in a museum in Prague now. But I framed it, and I think it's beautiful. Like you, Aquarius, where your beauty is true or false, you're still beautiful. Show me the Aquarian. The cards won't fall. They're scared of you. They're like, you'll have to cut through me so I can speak to them. What if they think I'm wrong? Even the cards are terrified. Aquarius, come on. Why are you scaring the cards? Why are you scaring the tarot? I'm kidding. You know I love you, right? You know I'm like obsessed with Aquarius. Okay. My mother, my sister, my best friend, my first serious boyfriend, long ago. My grandfather who passed away, his cousin. I have a few cousins that are Aquarians. They're all over my life. They're all surrounding me. And I'm like, are you a good one or are you a bad one? Do I love you or am I scared of you? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Okay. Wow. I'll show it to you in a second. But it's some powerful stuff. I'll show it to you in a second. We just need to Take it in for a second and take out some more cards. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is a fierce time for you guys because you are fierce. If you're watching this and it resonates with you, you are fierce. All right. So it's hard for me to see from here what you see, but I'm hoping that you see it all. Okay, we're starting. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups, the Devil, the High Priestess, and then Earth starts. Okay, this is all the undermining energy that is going around in your life right now, that you seem to be in control of, by the way. Even if you feel like you're losing control, you're not. You are diving in to the depth of your soul and psychic and spirit and subconscious. You are just allowing yourself to discover yourself fully. Normally you're very judgmental for yourself, and you want to be in, you want to be like the architects who knows exactly what the basement is made of and what the highest floor is made of. And with these cards they are very water, it's very different than the airy element of the Aquarius. It's very water. I have the Queen of Cups, who's also Scorpion. I have the High Priestess. I have the Devil, and all of them, they don't take prisoners. This is the Queen of the underworld. She's the most powerful queen in the Greek mythology because she's the daughter of of Demeter, the goddess of life and nature. And she, the god of the underworld fell in love with her, and he seduced her to the underworld. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but she ended up staying there, but her mother didn't like being away from her, so she gave an ultimatum to Zeus, and she was like, listen, I want to unite with my daughter. If you don't help me, get her out of that deathly realm, I'm going to just stop creating life, and then life on Earth will become dead, and then I'll reunite with my daughter. And Zeus was like, oh, no, can't let that happen. So he made a deal with the god of the underworld, and then they made an agreement. This gal will, for 6 months, rule the underworld, the world of the dead, and for 6 months will go back up, unite with her mother, and rule the kingdom of life. All right? So she's actually the strongest witch, queen, goddess in mythology, because she rules the living and the dead, the light and the dark. And look at her with her book and with her and the moon. This is Pedro, the rune Pedro. Pedro symbolizes also mystery, magic, the underworld. You are going in. You are allowing yourself to tap in to the High Priestess in you, and that is so powerful. And you have here the Devil, right? Sorry, that was my dog barking at a leaf or something. You have here the Devil. You can also look at him as, part of the underworld. The seducer. And allegedly it's dark and bad and scary and unknown. But these two, this is not evil. This is instincts. This is emotions. This is desires. This is sex. The things that religion don't want to talk about. These two are like the black sheeps, but they are so fierce. Not bad. They represent our own aspects that we're just afraid of touching because they symbolize the unknown. That unknown doesn't make it bad. They're so real, and they are inside of you, and you are tapping into it. You are fearless. How do I know that you are fearless? Because I have her. Queen of Cups. She is not afraid of anything. She goes all the way. She is super intense, magnetic, really, really, really perceptive. Like you, Aquarius. Only she's perceptive in a different way. She will go deep. to the unknown. And she will discover herself, even with the price of herself. She will sacrifice what she thinks she is to discover what she really is. And I think this is the journey that you're going through now. You're going through a journey of, discovering who you think you are. I'm sorry, letting go of who you think you are in order to discover who you truly are. And these three together, I'm like, ugh. I don't recall actually receiving them together in a reading, like one after another and right next to each other, but they are so intense. You are really discovering your darkest aspects. And I'm not saying it's not your evil, please. It's what I said now. It's what I started with. You are discovering your scale. You're allowing yourself to become aware that maybe you're not so modest. Maybe you just like to act like you're modest, right? Maybe you do know a lot of things, but maybe you have so much more to learn because you're still on the surface. She has the potential of being her, but she's still on top of the earth. She's the one who has all the world, but she's a major alchemite's potential. She's more in the reality realm, right? So if you'll become aware, maybe you'll be able to actually get to what you claim you are. It's like you're learning how to be a sorceress. You're learning how to work with all the elements, because who's the greatest, magician? Earth. What is Earth made of? Elements. All of the elements. Is it like, no, this element of me is bad, I'm going to suppress it and not use it? What will happen then? Will it continue circling around, giving birth, dying, giving birth, dying? No, it needs to be very aware of its own elements, all of them, the bright and the dark. So if you want to be all that you think you are, do you have the courage to go to your underworlds? It's deeper than the subconscious. This is not just about psychology. This is about past lifetimes. This is about where is the true power of manifestation lies in. In lies. The things that we lie to ourselves about. I'm not scared of that. I'm not afraid of this. I don't care about this person. Oh, yes, you do. And yes, you are. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let it run you? Or are you going to take control over it and work with it? Let's move on, shall we? Right after all this drama, I have nothing but coins. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So we have two queens. They get along. It's water and earth. But the real ruler of life right now is the Queen of Pentacles, because I have the Page of Pentacles. That's her son. Or her brother. Her mate. Her ally. And these are also from her element. So Earth element is going to really be in control in the coming weeks. 2-3 weeks, even more. And these are amazing pentacles. I have nothing of loss here. I have, you've put an effort into something. Okay, let's start from the beginning, shall we? You have a knowledge, a craft that you studied. You allowed yourself to start from the beginning with modesty, like a good Aquarian has. And then that led to opportunities. What am I going to do now with all the knowledge that I attained? And then investment. This is where I want to put my investment in. And patience. And stillness. Serenity. This is a time of deep knowledge and serenity and wow, it's very inspiring. You guys, what an amazing reading. Six of Pentacles. You're at a place where people want to give you and you have what to give to others. After putting the effort and the investment, you chose right, and now you have an attainment and you know where to put it in. And then the Queen of Pentacles, stability, knowing who you are, what you are, being so connected to your own body, to your own needs, family, friends, work. It's like you have your place. So you were willing, or you are currently willing, to dive deep into places that you were afraid so far, or that other peoples won't even dare to go to. You learned, and then you started, putting that knowledge into your daily tasks. You made wise choices, wise investments, or you're going to, and you will, you will reap what you sow. Now, this is amazing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentacles out of the family of Pentacles. Out of 14, cards, there are coins. I have 5 of them here. 5 out of 8. There's something else here. Okay, if you are threatened by competition, this competition will only feed your success. This alleged competition is a blessing in disguise. An alleged enemy or an alleged something negative that is just gonna feed your strength. It will put you in a light that is so beautiful and strong, because they will behave. Now I'm taking this to a different area, because the cards can be interpreted in so many ways and so many levels. Everything that I said so far about these 3 together, that's A. Now I can say another thing that I can also take from these cards. So this person or energy, I'm putting this person as the entity, because this person has so much support from the other cards. So this is the fierce one, this is the strong one. An earth sign. Now this doesn't mean that it can't represent you just because you're an Aquarius and you're not an earth sign. Maybe you have earth in your chart. Maybe it's the winner in you, the stable in you, the knowing in you, the resilient, the enduring, the patient, the wise aspect of you. This definitely could be you. And look at her. She's like, they look the same. This is where she puts her investments, and this is what she becomes. She worked hard. He, she, and then they became queen, king. But this is right next to the devil and the high priestess, and it's from a different suit, a different element. So I'm thinking, if there's someone who's opposing you, it's an illusion. You should be very grateful to them, because they are serving something in your story. They're serving a very specific role. They're playing a very specific role, very important role in your story. And from the way they're behaving in a bad way that is meant to hurt you, it actually makes you look better. Someone gossips about you to make you look smaller, they look smaller. People are not idiots. They can see. There's another woman, you behave in such more noble and gracious way that makes her look like an ass, and you win. It can be related to so many things, right? But she's with the devil, with the unawareness. And you're with earth and light and stability. You will be seen for who you are. Yeah. And if you're the bad guy in the story, if you're trying to be manipulative and destructive and deceitful to make someone else look bad, you will not succeed. So I can already tell you now, don't. You will only make that other person look better. So I'm going back to how I started. If you're one of the good Aquarians, the genuinely brilliant, modest, idealistic Aquarians, you're probably this lady right here who's going to win. If you're the lie, the fake, the egomaniac, the manipulative, you're going to lose. You're just serving the other side. So take that as a warning. Wow, I love this reading so much. I love the way the cards can speak. It's and the way the mind just taps into them and like, you know, and then there's a story. It's just your imagination. If someone full of doubt is now watching, just to give themselves reason as to why this is bullshit, like a very arrogant fake Aquarius will do, or anyone else who's fake, whatever, or just someone with doubts. It's okay to have doubts. I'm sorry, it's okay to have doubts, but let me ease your doubt. Of course it's my fucking imagination, but let me ask you this. What is the difference between my imagination and the universe? We are one giant web of knowledge, and our brains are a part of it. Our brain is a metonymy of the universe. There's the micro and there's the macro. And they are connected. They are the same. They are a reflection of each other. If I am connected, if I am balanced, it's a good question. Maybe you'll be like, oh, well, maybe you're not. I don't know, maybe I'm not. Fuck it. But if I am, if you're giving me the benefit of the doubt of being a little bit balanced and a little bit aware and a little bit logical, yeah, I'm into science, dude. Or dudette. Why? You can give me a little bit of the benefit of the doubt to have my imagination not be psychotic, but actually tapped into something bigger, like we all are. All of our brains are tapped into something bigger. Our imagination is God's way of remaining anonymous. I think they say it about serendipity. I translated it. I changed it. I believe that about serendipity, and I believe that about our imagination. So yeah, maybe it's my imagination, and maybe my imagination knows what the fuck they're talking about. So maybe we should listen to our imagination. That's manifestation. It's not just our imagination and our dreams, it's also our fears. They're ruling the big circles, small circles, changing the large circles. I talk about it a lot. Let's go back to your reading. Let's conclude this. This was very intense and accurate, and I don't think there's much else to say. I just want to conclude Aquarius for the New Year's. Aquarius for the New Year's. Come on, card. Drop a card. Aquarius for the New Year's. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the cards. It's like every time I want to conclude, something more dramatic happens. And I'm like, maybe I'll conclude after. There is someone, I don't know if it's a neighbor or someone in the street that won't stop talking. And they started talking the minute I started doing this video. And that's very annoying. Just want to say, I just needed an outlet. This entire day, it was quiet. And then when I sit the fuck down to do the Aquarius, he starts blabbing, and he doesn't say anything important. He's not saying anything important. Maybe I'm not saying anything important. It's a way to think about it. Who knows? All right. I just stalled to figure it out. Five of Swords. Death. Six of Cups. You are now changing. You are now really, really, really changing. And you are trying to save, what it is that is in you that you think is supposed to be you. The element of your personality, the way you define yourself and describe yourself. Everything is changing and you're trying to be like, wait, do I want to give this up? Or do I want to take it with me to my new self? Just, you know what? Just let it all go. Discover your new self. Just shed the skin. Shed all your concept of what is right and wrong and how you are supposed to be. This is complete change. And it happened because you went down under. You were so brave to discover yourself. You went down under and you transformed. You went to where no one dares. And now you want to hold on to just a little bit to feel a little bit secured with who you are. And just let it go. That's the card I'm ending with, the Fool. You are free to be whoever you want. You write your characteristics. You decide where you stand on any of the scales that forms this human condition that is you. Are you a truthful Aquarian? Are you a deceitful Aquarian? It's up to you. You are not made to be something. You are made to make yourself something. And you are completely free to jump from the cliff and discover who you are. Don't let anything hold you back with manifesting what you have learned so well about yourself. So it's been going on for a few months now. And it will continue until May. You are really establishing a sense of self that you are much happier with. But, allow yourself to let go of the old sense of self. Don't be like, oh, what my family will think of me, should I change this name? But then what will my father, because it's the name of my father, how can I change my name? Or my mother taught me to do this, now I'm going to become this, but my country believes in that, how can I do that? You came to this life for certain circumstances to allow you to grow, and then you have the choice to take what you want of it and release what you don't want of it. You are a free spirit. There's no right and wrong. It's not a black and white world. There is no right and wrong. Unless you're hurting someone, other than that, you are free to do anything. Be anything. There are no rules. The only rule is don't hurt someone else's freedom. Your freedom can't come at the expense of another. If your ideology is that someone else is beneath you and you need to kill them for that, then you're a Nazi or a terrorist. That's not being free. That's being a dictator. If you're like, stay out of my plate, I like to eat meat, that's my free choice. You don't know what a free choice means because you're taking an animal's, a pure animal, free choice of living. That animal didn't want to die in misery for your free choice. That's not free choice, that's selfishness and dictatorship. Free choice is wearing what you want. Free choice is studying what you want to study, is going where you want to go. Is being your authentic self, not at the expense of another. I don't know why people don't understand that. That once your free choice comes at the expense of another creature, an animal or a human, doesn't matter, then it's not a free choice anymore. Take a leap of faith, jump, create yourself. I love you, Aquarius. Happy New Year.